We use if and else to set conditional flows in our application. In our systems, if and else is available at UI, logic, and even in expressions. In this video, let me show how to use them. So here we are looking at my Service Studio. I have a reactive web application that has an entity called customer with these attributes. I'll go ahead and create the listing and detail screen. So that's a feature of the platform where you can just drag and drop any entity on the main flow editor, and it helps you build the listing and detail screen. If I open one of the screens, the customer listing, I can see on the widget bar here, there is a if widget available. This is something that we can use as an if on the UI. What that does is you can put a condition, for example, to show and hide information displayed on the screen by setting the condition. How to use it? You can just drag and drop it anywhere. Perhaps I can take the help of the widget bar here. I can drag the if on just right under the main flow. What I want to do is, for example, if the list has any record, display the list. If it does not have any record, then display a message maybe saying that there are no records available. So first of all, in if block, we'll set a condition. In my case, I can use the get customers aggregate, and it already has a variable that I can use to set a condition, so which checks the whether there are any records or not. So in this case, if the get customers.list is empty, in that case under true, I can put a text saying no records. Okay, I can also directly interact with the screen if and else loop here, or like we have done in the true. Now for the false branch, we can just take everything that is available under the table and put in the false branch. So with this, what will happen? The condition, if the customers list is not empty, it will display the tables. Otherwise, it will just display a message saying no records. In case you didn't get it, let me try to do it again. So now let's work on the contact name. How about we set a condition if the contact name is maybe greater than 5 characters long, then we display this in different color. So to do it, I'll drag and drop the if, and then under the if condition, I can set a condition saying maybe first of all, to get the length of the customer name, I can use the built-in functions of text where I have a function for length, and then under the length I can put the customer name, which is stored in main contact name. Now if this length is greater than 5, right, that's the condition, and then in true and false branch we can add the variable. So the usual one goes into true and the other one will be false. In this case, what I can also do it to make it better, maybe I can put this into a content, and then inside the content I can put the text. So this one is by default if the length is greater than 5. If it's not, then we can just create a copy of this and put under false. But this time around for this content block, the color would be blue. This will differentiate. Okay, so that's how we can use if and else. By the way, in this case, you can also keep on adding multiple layers of an if and else. So you can have multiple conditions, nested into one another to achieve any kind of complicated logic that you want to have. Now beyond that, another if would be from the logic. Let's say you have a button. So there's one, there is two. Let's say the button is called a yes and the other button is called a no. Okay. Now to execute a piece of logic, what we do in our systems is go to the screen, which is my customer here, and then I can add a client kind of action here. Let's call it button click. Now from this button click, I can receive input parameters, and I can then set a condition. So for the logic in the widget bar here, you also have a if widget available. So to use this, you just drag and drop it here, and then in the condition you can say if the input is equals to y, that's a condition. Then in the true branch here, for example, I can display a message. and then end the flow. Likewise on the false, if there was anything else beyond which is not a Y, then we will display message you clicked on no. Now what I will do is go back to the screen and call the same logic from the two buttons. How to do it? Select your button and on click, select button click and pass the parameter. This is the input. So in the first case, let's pass I, and the second case pass no, but it will be the same logic. So here you can see how from the two different buttons I'm using the same logic, which uses the if and else widget to route it to a different flow. So that's how you use if and else in the logic. Another example could be to execute server actions. So for server actions also there's if and else, but which pretty much behaves the same way as the logic here. So this if is here. Just the only difference is things will get executed on the server side. Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, now the last one is from the expression itself. What is an expression? Basically this widget here that you see. And to give an example, if you select the customer name, the first record there, you will see that for the expression, these are also expressions, right? So in this case for expressions, the values are set in this way. You will see expressions also when you use assignment widget in the logic or server side action. There also the expressions are available. Now for expression, if you want to set an if condition, it's also possible. In this case, in the platform, you already have a if function. The format of this is something like this. You can also just mouse over on if and see what it does. For example, in this case, I can again do something with the length of the customer name, which brings me again to the built-in functions and text length. And I'll put the get customer under the function, cut and paste. Okay, now in this case what I want to do is if the length of the customer name is more than 9 or 10, I want to display the dots instead of displaying the full name, because that maybe does not look good in my UI because it's a tabular list. So if the length is greater than 9, the format is such that after the condition, that will be your first statement and then false. Okay, so true and false, something like this. So in this case, if it's less than, okay, it should be the other way. If it's less than 9 or less than 10, let's just make it round, less than 10, then display the whole customer name exactly. Otherwise, display maybe a substring of that, will be something like this. Substring is also another function there. Then customer name, the starting of this will be from 0 location and then ending would be maybe the 10th. And then we will add the 3 dots to it, which means there's more to it. And then in the end, just close the logic. So in this case, you can see how we are using the if function. You can also see the tooltip here, how the format of this is. So if, then the condition, and then the true and false, comma separated. You can see some examples also there on the screen. So in my case, if the length of customer name is less than 10, it displays the name as it is. Otherwise, it uses the substring function to remove like only the first 10 characters and then adds dots to it. And that's it. In the end, let's go ahead and publish. So in this video, you saw how we can use if from the UI, from logic, server actions, and even in the expressions. So to test it out, let's access our application, which is ready. Okay, so one by one. First of all, I think the list is not empty, so I am seeing the false branch of my condition where I put the first if. The second if was under the main contact name. You can see if the characters are less than 5, they are displayed in different color coding. If and else is working here as well. For our logic, if I click on yes or no, it's the same logic, but by passing the different variable and using the if condition, I'm able to trigger both kind of branches. And then the last one was the if under the expression. So in this case, you can see if the anime industry, you can see how 3 dots are appearing. But another one, MeCorp, which is a short text fitting within the 10 characters limit that I set there, it displays the whole thing. Same for AC Inc., EU Limited, but things which are longer, it displays the first 10 characters and the 3 dots there. That's how you use if. Thanks for watching.